Hey everybody, it's the Ioniq guy. It's hard to believe that we are already in June. The year is almost halfway over, and I thought now would be a good time to provide a state of the channel update. There's a lot going on, a lot I need to tell you guys about. We're getting into the busy summer season. Everybody's going on vacation. The month of June for me is going to be super busy. We're traveling almost every single weekend for parties, birthdays, weddings, concerts, all sorts of stuff. So June's going to be pretty crazy for me, and it's starting to look like it's probably going to continue into July as well. So the first thing I want to tell you guys about is there are going to be some new contributors here on the Ioniq Guide. With everything going on in the product side of my business, growing every month almost, it's getting more and more difficult for me to make the videos that I want to make for you guys. There's a lot of stuff I want to do really deep dives into and lots of detail and investigations and stuff, and it just takes up so much of my time I just can't get to all of it. So you guys have already probably seen I brought Bob the Electric Principal on for a video about plug-in charge. He is now going to be contributing fairly regularly to the channel. I'm also going to be bringing on an EV9 owner whose videos you may have seen. His name is Alex. He runs the channel Feel Sport. He is out in New York State, and he does videos about Kia EV9. Obviously, I don't own an EV9, but there are so many owners out there. I want to bring them into the fold here on the Ioniq Guy. So Alex is going to begin releasing some videos here on the Ioniq Guy channel. I really think these two are a great fit for the channel. Bob is a super awesome guy. When I went out to Colorado to pick up the 2025 Ioniq 5, he picked me up at the airport. He put me up in his house for the night. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. He was a principal for many years. Now he's retired, and in retirement, he's working at Crossroads Hyundai up in Fort Collins, and he is educating new buyers of these cars on how to operate them. And I think his many years in education really helps him to clearly explain things. And with Bob working at Crossroads Hyundai, that means he has unfettered access to all of Hyundai's products. So you should be seeing some Ioniq 9 content from Bob, because obviously I don't have one. And Alex, I think, will also be a huge asset to have here on the Ioniq Guy. I really enjoy the videos he does for the EV9. He has a very calming presence, calming voice, super down-to-earth guy. One of the first videos you're going to see from him is a EV9 tire rotation video. And he is also going to be releasing his 1-year EV9 review video here on the channel. So make sure you're subscribed, because there's all sorts of cool content coming from everybody here at the Ioniq Guy. And obviously, I'm going to be making videos on the channel. I'm toying with the idea also of doing a video once a week that's just kind of a quick recap of some of the big Hyundai Kia Genesis news stories from the week. And I'm thinking of doing this because there's just so much news coming out almost every day related to these vehicles and the brands, and to make a dedicated video for each one is just too much work for me. I can only do a couple videos a week max, and then obviously there'll be the more dedicated videos, the specialty videos about certain things I want to talk about. But I think that might be the best way to get all the latest news out to you guys. In regard to cars, you might have just seen I put out my first drive and tour of the Hyundai Ioniq 9 thanks to McGovern Hyundai out in Leominster, Massachusetts. They let me tour 3 of their vehicles and take one out for a test drive. June 23rd, I am getting an Ioniq 9 for a week from Hyundai's press fleet. So I'm going to do all my range testing, charging testing, all that good stuff. My full week-long review with the car. We're going to road trip it down to the Jersey Shore. We're going down there for a Jack and Jill party, so that'll be a fun little road trip. With the 2025 Kia EV6 out now, I do need to try and spend some time with that. Pride Kia in Lynn, Massachusetts told me that I could take one out for the day, but that doesn't really give me the best sense of what it's like to have the car. So I need to reach out to Kia and see if I can grab one from their press fleet pretty soon. Of course, there's the Ioniq 5 XRT, which I still haven't gotten my hands on. The one in the press fleet up here in the New England area got in a car accident, so that was out of commission for a while, but I'm told that it's back and available, so I need to get on the list for that. The refreshed Genesis electrified GV70 should be coming out relatively soon, so I'll be taking a look at that. EV4, that's going to be a few more months. You might also start seeing some more kind of random EV reviews on the channel. I've been talking a lot with Jesse, the owner of Green Wave Electric Vehicles in Northampton, New Hampshire. He owns a used EV dealership, and he's got all sorts of stuff on the lot. Cadillac Lyriq. He's got Honda Prologue, Nissan Ariya, basically all the new EVs that are out, Chevy Silverado EV. So I might just go up there for a day, take a car out for a few hours, do some highway driving, do a charging test or something, just so that I can experience these other EVs from other manufacturers, because I am just so deep into Hyundai, Kia, Genesis that it's really my only frame of reference outside of I spent some time with the Volkswagen ID4 last year, the Polestar 2, but that's about it. And I just really kind of want to experience what some of these other EVs are like from the other big players. Now, these cars are going to be 1, 2, 3 model years old, so they're not going to be the most up-to-date vehicles, and some of them don't have their telematics connected because they're expired and they haven't been reactivated. So I can't get the full breadth of what it's like to live with them, but I still think it'll be good just from my perspective to experience other cars. Another thing I've been reflecting on is, now that I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary of doing this job full time after leaving my day job, is just how lucky I am to get to do this every day. The fact that I get to help educate you guys, help you with your issues, give you guys products that solve problems that you have. It just makes me really proud to be running this channel. The Ioniq Guy Facebook group just hit 20,000 members. The YouTube channel, over 35,000 subscribers. We're going to hit 40,000 here in the next few months. Channel members who help to support this channel, I'm extremely grateful for your monthly contributions to helping keep this going. And it's just so much fun. I especially love hanging out with you guys in person at the meetups that I've done at Palmer Motorsports Park, out at Crossroads Hyundai in Fort Collins, and even recently at the Salem Drive Electric Month event. I'm hoping that as time allots, we'll be doing another meetup this summer somewhere, possibly at my family farm in Connecticut. So if you're in the southern New England area, stay tuned for that, because it might be in Connecticut, it might be in Boston, maybe it'll be both. And kind of another personal event, my fiance and I finally set our wedding date. It's going to be June 13th of 2026, so just over a year from now. We're super excited. We've been engaged now for just over 2 years. I'm really excited to be able to call her my wife, so that's something really big to look forward to. Now, looking more towards later 2025, I'm still toying with the idea of doing a road trip down south to Dallas to visit my uncle and also put a lot of miles on the Ioniq 6 or the Ioniq 5. I haven't decided which one I'll take, but probably the Ioniq 6. That'll probably be in July. Might do a road trip down to Richmond, Virginia to visit a friend. But then looking even later into this year, I've got a decision to make. My Ioniq 6 lease is going to be up next April. And with everything going on with the federal government, with tax credits most likely ending on December 31st, I have a decision to make. Am I going to get a new car for the channel a little early before I turn in the Ioniq 6? And I really think I'm probably going to do that. That $7,500 lease discount is going to make a huge difference in the monthly payment. So I'm thinking I'll just take that on 4 months earlier. Maybe try and find somebody to take over the Ioniq 6 lease. I really don't want to have 3 cars. One of them will probably go back to Connecticut so that I don't have to pay for a third parking spot here at my apartment complex. But I kind of want to hear your guys' thoughts on what you think I should get. Obviously, the most logical choice would be the Ioniq 9, with Alex contributing to the channel now with his EV9. I don't really feel as compelled to get one. I was for a while really considering it. Maybe an EV6, but it's so similar to the Ioniq 5 that I just don't really see the value in having its sister car. The refreshed Ioniq 6 may or may not be out by the end of the year, and by then it'll already have been a year and a half that I've been with the Ioniq 6, so I don't know if I necessarily want to get another one. Part of me is really hoping that the Kia EV3 will finally make its way to the US before the end of the year. That car is selling really well. I would love to have an EV3. I think a smaller, more budget-oriented EV would probably be more popular than a $60,000+ three-row electric SUV here on the channel, but I don't really know. The Kia EV4 doesn't really call to me that much. And as much as I love Genesis's products, I don't know if I can justify the cost of a GV60 or electrified GV70. The G80 doesn't really interest me. But between those two, they're just so much more expensive versus the Ioniq 5 or any of the other Hyundai Kia cars. So I just don't know if I want to take on a Genesis. Plus, they don't sell super high volume. I want to get a car that I can do the most amount of good with for the cheapest price. So let me know down in the comment sections, what would you like to see as the next car on the Ioniq guy? So anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this state of the channel update. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in any of my products for the Hyundai, Kia, or Genesis cars, those are all available on my website at ioniqguy.com. Again, huge shout out to my channel members. If you would like to become a contributing member for as little as 99 cents per month, you can do so. For $3 per month, you can gain early access to all these videos. I upload a bunch of them, usually days or weeks in advance. And you'll also gain a 5% discount to my store. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.